What up, guys? Today I wanted to continue catching up to Lost Sector. I believe we're on number 10. So, more filler episodes, unfortunately. By the time this goes up, I think I should be finishing being out of town. I should be getting ready to come back home so I can start continuing what I need to do. I think the next thing I gotta do is the solo raid. I think the solo raid should be out. Which, in case you didn't see the past thing, when this is going up, I should be out of town for some work, so I pre-recorded some videos. The last ones have been a bit pre-recorded and a bit boring filler episodes, but oh well. I definitely do want to keep the daily shenanigans. I think that's a good precedent to set. I don't know if there's a... Oh my god, the rogue animation is so crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Anywho, I don't know if there's too much value in like just spamming stuff out constantly. I think one a day is probably a nice in-between so I can catch up. I think this lock sector shouldn't be too bad. Difficulty-wise, I think the puzzles are still pretty easily doable. Now, let's see. This is the breaker guy, right? Okay, the first chest is right here. You can just break this. I will say, breaking this one by one kind of sucks, especially when they're in like 3 rows, or 2 rows in this case, but like some of them are 3 rows, and that just gets so annoying. Anywho, I don't think there's a new cube in this one, number 10. Let's see. What do I... Wait, where is this? Do I have to keep breaking? Oh, there's a thing right here. I believe there's a new robot, though, actually. Yeah, it can't break the new. Never mind. Oh, you have to activate the bomb. So these little bomb things, I'm pretty sure you can just activate them with the robots or with, like, your girls. Let me see. Can I activate them with the robots? No. Oh, I need to bring them here now. There must be a new robot somewhere. But, like, look at this. I have to break through all of this. It gets so annoying. I wish I could just break through, like, all of them with one button instead of sit here and click 30 times. Oh, my goodness. Well, at the very least, I guess right now the puzzles aren't tedious and annoying. Like, I know they're gonna get later. Yeah, never mind. You break the bombs by, I think you activate them on here, and then you can, like, walk them around with a certain robot. Anywho. What should I yap about? What did I even yap about last time when I was doing Lost Sector? I always treat this like a schizo, just whatever comes in my mind I just say out loud. And then I try to at least explain the puzzles once I come across them. And I don't think right now it's that big of a deal. The puzzles aren't too bad. I think once we get the later stages, then I'm like, okay, maybe I should actually explain them so it's not AIDS or someone who actually needs help. Anyways, let's see. You know what I've been playing? There's this new game on Steam. Well, I guess it's not new, but it just released on Steam. I've been following it a little bit longer. I think around like July I started following it a bit. And since it was only on mobile, I had to download like... Oh, god damn it. Do I have to have the big robot on this? Let's see. Let's see. Big robot. Yep, and then we can go through. Okay, I lied. I have to make the robot... Yeah, like, look at this, dude. 2 rows of this shit that I have to break? God damn it. Anyways, I've been following this game for a bit. It's only been on mobile, so I had to get, like, a emulator on my computer, which is... Oh, here's a chest, too. Okay, well, if you want to get this one, you can just... redo the robot on the button and then you go through. I'm just gonna skip it though because I already have it, and you know this is gonna take an hour. I guess you're gonna have to come in here anyways. Yeah, never mind. You're gonna have to come in here anyways so you can get the chest. Anywho, yeah, I had to get the emulator, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of sucks. But do I have to stay on that? Oh my god, I have to stay on that. Alright, so much for that. Anyways, the emulator kind of sucks, but I was still just trying to check out the game. It's called Horizon Walker, and I'm not gonna lie, the best way I could describe it is it's what people think this game is. It's like so unhinged, and I think it technically does count as a quote-unquote adult game, at least on Steam, but unfortunately I think that means it's blocked in some countries, which kind of sucks for some people, but there's like a charm to how scuffed it is, if that makes sense. It's kind of more casual, and I believe the dev team is pretty small, so you know, there's a decent amount of like bugs or translation errors or, you know, just general jank, but there is kind of a bit of allure to the scuffness, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's kind of like casual in that sense, and a bit unhinged, I will say, but honestly, I haven't been too upset with how it's been going so far. I've been playing it and having a bit of fun. Unfortunately, if you're trying to get into the game right now, it's a bit wonky. The first anniversary would have been the perfect time, which unfortunately already passed, and it's because they were given... Oh, here we go. This dude is the guy who's activating the bombs. Let's see. I believe I can just pick up the bombs, correct? Yeah, you pick them up, and then you activate them with the green, like, thingy. I think technically you can just, like, walk over them, and it'll blow up, but... Let's see, there we go. The bombs respawn, and I'm not gonna lie, they're fucking annoying to get, but I believe you can just sit here and just have this suit on it. It'll stun your guy, but it won't break it, so it doesn't matter. Oh, here's the other chest. God damn it. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this over and over again then. I guess what you could do is you could just reveal this chest, but then once you break this, then... Oh, let me actually drag this dude out right quick. Once you break this guy out, then you want to go for both chests. Okay, I did not tell you to go that way, big dog. Get your ass back here. I guess I could bring this bomb all the way over there. Let me do that, actually, so I'm at least doing something with this dude. Here we go. Just make sure you dodge the green, and you should be able to just easily drag this back. You don't have to, I believe. Yeah, there's another bomb right here, so shouldn't be too bad. Let's see if I can get this right here. Open sesame. Here is the last chest, I believe, correct? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, this is the last chest. And then we have the final chest right here, which shouldn't be too hard to get. But anywho, yeah, unfortunately, the best time to get into that would be Anniversary, because they were giving away, like, this capsule, I guess? I don't even know what they're called, but essentially it was a thing where you can select any character you want and any weapon you want, so you can honestly just pick the most broken character in the game, which is Olivia, and her weapon, which makes the game very simple. Like, you could just have her carry you through, like, entire campaign, and you just build the whole team around her, and it, you know, you're just good. Some people were complaining about how she kind of trivializes the game because she's so broken, but I don't know. I think it's really cool having a broken character that's just like, oh, look at this, she's just gonna kill everything in sight. So, unfortunately, that does help, because then you don't really have to focus on the nuances about, like, oh, team building or maxing out your specific unit and min-maxing their, like, hit or whatnot, but it's just something. So, unfortunately, there's that. I think the gacha system is kind of weird and does need getting used to, because essentially when you do a multi, so you do the multi with, like, either your gold or your specific tickets they have in there, but you have to buy the unit itself for, like, gold, or, like, they also have, like, specific tickets, so yeah, you can select the rare units. So it's like a ticket based on, like, an S unit, or, like, double S unit, or EX. I believe EX is the equivalent to SSR for most games. I would say most games it's SSR, but in that game it's EX. And you do the summon, and then you can just, like, buy them with thing, which honestly does need getting used to, but I think right now where I am, it's not too bad. It's just kind of a bit wonky, but other than that, I don't know. It's a bit unhinged, but it is kind of very funny. Because I don't know if it's the dudes who are translating that fuck around, or if it's, like, the actual translation, but there's, like, chicks in there calling each other femcells, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? But it is quite fun. I would recommend it if you want to check that out. I think free-to-play wise, it's actually not too bad. You can get a lot of skins for free. I believe right here you can just cause this to be a chain reaction. Go, 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 go! Yeah, you just come here. Yeah, there we go. Everything will explode, and you'll be able to get through very fast. I'm just gonna make that not blow me up just in case, but here we go. But anyways, yeah, I would recommend you check that out. I think free-to-play wise is pretty nice. You can get a lot of free skins just playing through the campaign. They give you the, like, premium currency that's in that game. You can get some pretty nice skins, so if you want to check that out, you can. definitely is a bit interesting. I think on the Steam work page or whatever, or the guides, I believe there's a link to this Google Docs. It's honestly very informative and thing I use about like everything in there. So definitely look at that. If not, maybe I can just put that somewhere, but very interesting game. I've honestly just been spamming it. I've been addicted to just grinding through the campaign. I'm almost basically done with like the hard mode, but it is very interesting. Alright, here is the last chest. Okay, and with that, this lost sector's over. This wasn't too bad. I think the bomb guy's a bit wonky, and also, dude, breaking the small rocks one by one is such a pain, but I guess I am complaining now, but the next lost sectors are kind of even more aids. But anywho, I think that is it. Hopefully by the time this goes out, I'll be back home and I'll start doing like the solo raid and whatnot. I believe, yeah, there's no new cube. When's the next cube that we get? 11? What is this, wingman? I mean, I don't know. I've said this before, but the cubes that aren't the resilience or the bastion kind of feel subpar compared to like everything else. Everything else, there's some use to some cubes, like very situationally, but other than that, all the other cubes are kind of mid in comparison. But anywho, I think that is it. There is the 10th lost sector down the drain. Hopefully I can start catching up with that, but like I showed you right there, I also need to catch up with some of the newest lost sectors. I've been so lazy because they low-key take a lot of time if you're doing them for the first time, especially if you get like fucked over on a puzzle and you kind of have to like backtrack and figure it out. It's kind of annoying, but maybe I'll do that on the stream. I did do that once, but oh well. Let me know what you guys think about that lost sector, and I will catch you guys later.